but you just make Anakin younger, 5 to 7 years younger. Make him more of like a late teenager. And I want to see...
What about the Padme arc?
Well, I think...
Because now we're in dangerous territory.
I know.
Welcome to Galaxy Bound Podcast. We are here to talk about a few things. There's not much news this week, just compared to last time we talked. Last time we talked was when we went through the Mandalorian trailer, so we already kind of covered all of that. Nothing new since then, really. And before that was not that long ago, so it's only been about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah,
since we talked about like news other than the trailer, so there's like only really one like minor thing that happened. So we're gonna go through some news later. We have the main topic, which is one thing that you would change in each of the trilogies, and we're going to be constructive about it as best as we can. But we'll go through that first, and then after that, we'll go through some stupid Reddit questions that I've come across over the last few months. Because I browse Reddit, and then sometimes, people ask the darnest things on there, which is very entertaining. And then we'll go to news, and then we will be playing a game at the end like we normally do. And we'll get to that. So, what is one thing that you would change in the prequel trilogy? So, for those of you that may not know what the prequels are...
Oh no.
Why are you here? But no.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, sorry. No, I do know that there are like a few people that watch this that like aren't the biggest Star Wars fans. So
yeah,
the prequels are The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, episode 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Okay.
So before that trilogy.
Yes, the prequels.
Yeah. Some people don't know.
Okay. So, I guess I'll start with mine. And so what we're focusing on is like something more like specific that we would change, not necessarily like, oh, I just wish the writing was better. Like that's not good enough for like a discussion,
Right.
So like we're trying to think of something very specific, like does a character need more screen time? Like, do we wish that they had more to do in the story?
Yeah.
Or like the length of a certain scene needed to be longer or whatever, like
Not
stuff
like the CGI could be better.
Yeah,
or like
no. I mean, that could be something as long as you like have examples maybe, but yeah. The thing that I would change for the prequels is just one of my favorite aspects of the prequels is in episode 2 when Obi-Wan is like investigating the clones.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish we just had way more with that.
Like more time on Camino,
and then like maybe like when he's like, even when he's following Jango, like maybe he like finds out more information before he gets captured. It would just, I don't know, like that's my favorite part of that movie, where he's just like playing detective and he's like trying to figure out like where the heck did these clones come from.
I mean, I feel like he spends I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate here. I feel like the movie spends a pretty big chunk of him like investigating, because it even just starts with like the opening scene of them like getting the dart and then him taking that to like the archives.
Yeah.
And then
But I also wish we just learned more, because we don't really learn anything. Like we learned like this mysterious person named Sifo Dyas ordered it, but like We never learned who that was, and like the true, like we didn't learn a lot of that until the Clone Wars. So I just wish, like, and this kind of goes back to like a more generic like critique that a lot of people have with the prequels, is like people wish that we had like more movies than just 3, because
I would agree with that.
yeah. So like I feel like that could just be one movie, is just like them like finding out like where the clones came from, who like actually ordered it, and then like keep going down like the list of things that they could find out about it, things that we learned in the Clone Wars later, learning about the inhibitor chips, even though that wasn't a thing when they made the movie. Like, in a perfect world, like that's something that I would change about it, is like getting all of that revealed in one movie. Yeah. But like it's just like a mystery movie. Like you're just learning more and more. And like involve more people than just Obi-Wan. Like, obviously the Jedi Council, like all of them would be interested to find out like who ordered this for the Republic, because we didn't know about it. Yeah. And it doesn't seem like they knew about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in that episode, I mean, Yoda helps Obi-Wan just a little bit with like solving the mystery, but
a little.
It doesn't portray them being as interested as like probably in real life they actually were with some of this.
Yeah, because like Yoda goes, like he's the one that's like, I will go to Kamino and meet these cloners, and then he's the one that brings them to Geonosis. So like he was the one that went and like, I don't know, like met with them and stuff. But like their willingness,
and we never saw that scene.
No,
like, that would be a cool scene of that conversation, and like
like
how they
no way
rallied.
He was just like, oh hi, thanks for the troops. See ya.
We're gonna take 15 legions of troops now. Thanks.
Yeah. So I guarantee that he was more skeptical than what he seemed like he was.
Gonna break these puppies in.
Yeah.
So that would have been a really good expansion of the plot. And
there was a lot that this is one thing that I think Star Wars in general kind of struggles with a little bit. They assume the audience watching it knows a lot, and that's not always the case.
Yeah, it's true.
Like like Master Sifo-Dyas, like that was the first time that name ever even like came across screen, and then they never mention it again.
Yeah.
And they just like assume that the audience is like, oh yeah.
I want to say it's because George plays into the world of like the thing, so like Obi-Wan might know him.
Yeah, but it also it gives yourself a little bit of a safety net to like if you ever need to come back and make like a side movie, like you gotta give yourself an out as a writer by introducing characters or plots or like things that happen off screen with other characters that just like time elapses and something happens. Like, for example, like him rallying every single Jedi and all of the clone troops to like go to Geonosis, and then they just all appear and rescue everybody. Like, there's so much that would have need to occur to happen.
Yeah.
A lot of phone calls.
Yeah. Or even in like episode 3, like we eventually get the Clone Wars, but like there's so much stuff that occurs between 2 and 3 that the writers are assuming that like people are like, oh yeah, like this is how it is now. Like, oh, I don't know, like.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the nature of like movies.
Yeah.
Too. But yeah, that is a big critique that George Lucas gets with his writing is just he will throw in things like that seem very important, but then no one explains it.
Yeah,
we've said this before, but like if Star Wars was made today, like the movies, I think he would do shows and like really elaborate.
Oh yeah, I mean he always wanted to do
Like 11 seasons
TV.
of like
That's why he called them episodes.
Game of Thrones type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine if like none of this had ever been done, and then like Game of Thrones timeline of like doing shows came out? Like it would be
Just
so good.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what that's what he wanted to do.
yeah.
And he was just ahead of his time with that. So that's why like when people are like, "Oh, I don't want an episode 10." Cuz like they just need to stop. But like if it was a TV show, why not?
It'd be season 10.
Yeah.
You almost
It will
probably
be
could
like,
go
it'll be
back
season 4.
if you included all of the Clone Wars. You could go back and probably chop up the movies into like 25, 30-minute episodes. Or even like hour episodes if you want, and they're about 2 hours each.
I'd say an hour.
Yeah, you could chop them in like half and find like the break point and like make episodes.
And cut out the bloat in the Clone Wars too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of those arcs like are really like 2-episode or 3-episode arcs that you can just
Mash them together.
yeah, 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah. You could get I mean, how many seasons of there are Clone Wars? 8?
7.
Okay,
7,
Yeah. You could, if you did all of the Clone Wars and all of the movies, you could probably get 9 to 10 seasons. Probably 9.
Probably less.
Say there's 9 movies.
If
you also include some
each
of
trilogy was a season. And then Clone Wars is a season.
and then maybe if you
Maybe 2
included
seasons.
like Kenobi would be instrumental enough to the plot that you could include that, because
Yeah.
there's some good stuff that
Could
happen
be
in
cut down a
there.
little bit.
I don't think any of the other shows. I don't think Solo makes sense to include. Maybe.
No.
Probably Rogue One though.
There would be like another like
do Rogue
show that could like include all like a lot of the like
Side stuff.
like all the Mandalorian
Yeah.
stuff, and then
Yeah.
maybe maybe Solo would, unless I mean we're gonna see the Maul show kind of tie into like his appearance at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, Solo is just a very standalone.
Yeah.
thing.
But if you did all of that,
Yeah.
included like Kenobi and then Rogue One too, like you could probably get
Andor.
8 or 9 seasons. Probably 8.
Andor would be 1 season probably.
Maybe less.
At least
now
5.
that if you're merging some of the episodes of Clone Wars, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'd say at least 5.
Yeah, but still, that would be
That would be
a
an
great like
interesting-
show.
Yeah. I've never even really thought about that before.
Cool.
Huh. Okay.
There's probably some really good like editor out there that's
done it.
that's done it
Or
like
at
for
least,
themselves.
like, broken it down at least to
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
concept outline or something.
Mine is I wish that episode 2 was. I think all of the same things can still happen, but you just make Anakin younger. Like 5 to 7 years younger. Make him more of like a late teenager. And I want to see.
What about the Padme arc?
Well, I think
Because now we're in dangerous territory.
I know. I think what you can do is for the bulk of the film, like he's that teenager age, and you get a little bit more like Obi-Wan education and like mentoring in the film rather than like,
That should have been its own film.
yeah,
Like them, that age.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much time that is skipped over from episode 1 to the end of episode 3 that there's like so much good like developmental, cool like screen time stuff that could have been like covered that
Master and apprentice adventures of them just learning to be together.
Yeah.
Would you move the movie back that many years?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think you can still have all the same things happen in the film. You just make Anakin younger. And what you can do towards the end of the film is then, I don't know, like you age him a little bit more. But I think the Padme arc would have to be a little more surface level, like flirtation.
And they
of them.
probably wouldn't get married at the end.
No.
I would hope not. I mean, it depends on how young you're saying.
Yeah.
But like,
you could just make her younger.
He's
too.
19 in episode 2, and she's like 24, 3.
How old is she in 1? Because he's 9.
So there's 10 years in between there.
Yeah.
And
Padme was 14 in episode 1 and 24 in episode 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not
They're
crazy.
No,
it's not like a middle-aged adult.
no.
Yeah.
And every time this topic comes up on Reddit, you'll see people reveal their age when they are complaining about them being such a large age gap. Like, oh yeah, she was so much older than him, and like they're probably in the perspective of 18, 17, 16 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, they're so old. But it's like
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah. So I think if you moved it up 5 years in both their ages and like all of that kind of stuff, I think you can still have the majority of what happens in the movie happen, or you just cater a little bit of the writing change towards that.
Yeah. I could see that. And it would make the Clone Wars longer, which is what was the original plan.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were supposed to be many years, not just 3.
Mm-hmm.
That would make more sense.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
But
cool.
Overall, they just needed to have another movie.
Yeah.
With that.
It would also show his development of a Jedi instead of
And his struggle.
his decision making of going to Tatooine.
Yeah. That's why I loved those books, the young adult books, the Jedi Quest with Obi-Wan and Anakin, just literally that.
Yeah.
It is I don't even 15 books or something like that.
Yeah.
And they had one for Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah, they're so good. They're not canon anymore, but since that has hardly been explored, I think there's just one book, the Brotherhood book, that has explored that in canon, which was, you said it was good.
It's so good.
Everyone else has said it was good.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's one comic, maybe 2, and that's it. But that's such a ripe era for really good, like every kind of action in Star Wars that anyone would want is Anakin and Obi-Wan going on adventures together.
That's what they should do.
So
an animated show.
Yeah, an animated for that would be really good.
Yeah. So that's mine. I think I would like to see more teaching, mentoring stuff.
Yeah.
And a young Jedi learning all the different things.
Yeah.
And
So you pretty much would want Ahsoka's age, but for Anakin to Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mid-teen.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. And I think part of the writing for that episode specifically is that Obi-Wan and Anakin end up splitting up because Anakin is protecting Padme when she goes back to her home planet. But I think you could just switch the writing to him going along with Obi-Wan to do all of these investigations, and then something happens later down the road to where Anakin needs to go off and help Padme or something like that, instead of being with her the whole time. Because the whole time he's there with her, it's the love stuff.
Yeah, like they're falling in love. And
Yeah, although he does go back to his home planet and find his mother. That's kind of an important part.
But he could do that as a young. That would be like character defining.
Yeah, that actually would make more sense to happen when he was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And his like raw emotions would make more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get to 19, like you have that figured out of like death.
I don't know about that.
Like you wouldn't go kill people.
No, but
I don't know. But yes.
Maybe sand people.
yeah, they're monsters apparently. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'm all for that.
Okay, what's yours?
Okay, so I would change Grievous to be more of an important character earlier.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I would put him, and I like did a huge plot point of change.
Okay.
Opening scene, and we go through the whole.
The camera pans down.
Okay, so I would have him show up in episode 2.
Yeah.
At the Battle of Geonosis with Count Dooku, and instead of them fight the 3 creatures, they fight him with like a bunch of droids and everything.
Oh, okay.
And then the same thing happens. All the Jedi comes with the clones and everything. And then Dooku leaves as usual, and Anakin and Obi-Wan follow him as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then Windu fights Grievous with all the other Jedi. Sorry. And then to end that battle, you would have like Grievous kill like 60% of those Jedi.
Living up to his name.
Yes.
Of Jedi Killer, yeah.
And then he has to flee, also living up to his name.
Coward.
Because, Windu would definitely kill him.
Yeah. We could see him do the like force choke on Grievous to make him cough like he does, like what happened in, was it the book?
No,
was it the Clone Wars?
The
animated
original Clone Wars
cartoon, yeah.
The OG.
Yeah. So like the whole Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting Dooku could still happen, but Grievous would be the other big
how
bad.
does Grievous get introduced to the story in Clone Wars?
He's like
the cartoon or the animated?
Either.
He first shows up in the original Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cartoon.
As like a cyborg Jedi killer.
And they count that as like canon and like...
No.
Oh.
Well, back then, yes. Like that show came out before episode 3 came out.
Yeah.
That's why the character of Grievous in that is like pretty different. Like he's not a coward. And
right.
It's that episode where he's like
he's like hunting.
Yeah, the Jedi are like in that like broken down ship and like trying to like fight him, but then they're like terrified. And that's where Jedi Shaggy. His name is literally Shaggy. You know that?
No, what?
That's so funny.
Does he look like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
That's so funny because that art style kind of looks like a little bit like Scooby-Doo art anyway. Oh my gosh, yes, I remember this.
Yeah. He's like terrified, but I love that they put Shaggy next to him.
Yeah, and his like
that's his name right here. Shaggy.
His personality is very similar to it too. Like, he's like
Zoinks.
Like Scoob. He's coming. Oh, that's hilarious. He's even got a green lightsaber.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, so
So yeah, you'd keep the movie basically the same,
Yeah.
but you would change the Battle of Geonosis.
I like that because you're not losing much with like removing the creatures.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Like at all. You just need to have
Except
some kind of battle.
3 really cool creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, they actually could still be there.
Yeah, sure.
But then just have Grievous as like the main threat.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then you have Dooku leave, and that whole thing can happen, and
Yeah, because you could still have them split off and like some of them go chase Dooku because he's trying to escape, and then
Yeah, that's what he
some are
said, yeah.
chasing. Oh, did yours just say that?
yeah.
Well, he
so-
just said like keep the same, like, Anakin and Obi-Wan still chase down Dooku.
Yeah.
Like they're the ones that still
everyone
do that.
else stays, including Padme.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, they stay and fight Grievous
Mm-hmm.
with all the 200 Jedi,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then Anakin and Obi-Wan, Yoda, I guess, go to fight Dooku,
Mm-hmm.
track him down before he escapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would stay the same.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
So then, like, introduce him like earlier in the movie too. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like he's there at the meeting.
So like they
they're
explain
talking
like
about-
who he is
the Death
and
Star
where
and
he came
everything.
from and why he exists.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that wouldn't work if he
I-
knows about the Death Star.
I think this could be a like
I mean-
origin story of Grievous. Like you get the plot line of him being selected and honored to like lead the droid army, but it's got to be timed like properly so that the audience is also discovering what the droid army even is. But yeah, like in those meetings, like with is it on Geonosis when they first have those?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in my mind, I'm just seeing like we keep like the opening shot of the movie the same, where it's like the Naboo ships are flying in and then the like ship explodes or whatever. Like that could stay the same. But then like maybe the next scene after that is showing like Darth Sidious like in a dark room with like Grievous like hooked up to like some kind of machine,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like Vader
Mm-hmm.
is. And then like we see him like saying like you serve me now or something like that, and like Grievous is like not wanting to do it,
Mm.
but then he's like, well, I'm gonna save your life and give you these cyborg implants so you do serve me or you'll die, kind of thing.
Basically a test dummy for Vader.
Yeah, because I mean that's what he's supposed to be,
Yeah.
is like a foreshadowing of Vader.
Yeah.
But like they could have done such a better job of doing that in that way, of literally showing him in his like origin,
Yeah.
and then like explaining, like maybe like Sidious doesn't have to explain, but then like it goes to another scene, like maybe, or maybe it could be Sidious and Dooku would be like, why do we need this like near dead creature
Mm-hmm.
in our army? And then he could like tell him like, oh, he was a great warrior from Kali and he'd be a great asset or something like that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
thought of that on the way here.
It's a good one. Then we get more Grievous too, because I just don't feel like he didn't get enough screen time for such a great character, and Maul is the same way.
Yeah. And when we did get good, or not good, but like more screen time in the Clone Wars, it was just his like, most of the time was his like more coward
Yeah.
persona, where he's just like, and then he runs away.
Yeah.
I have 7 lightsabers.
Yeah. There was only like, that I can remember, like 1 or 2 scenes where he like actually like fought and it was like cool
Mm-hmm.
in that show.
Well, he fights Ahsoka, doesn't he?
I think so. Probably multiple times, but like often it was just like quick and then
Yeah.
he would run away.
Yeah.
The good one that I really liked is the Lair of Grievous, where
Yes.
is it Kit Fisto that goes there
Mhm.
later? But I think it was like
And there's 3.
a couple Padawans that go
Yeah.
in there and see, like, that's when you learn some stuff about him and see, like, what he looked like before. And
You have all his different pieces that he, like,
Yeah.
goes there to get reconstructed again.
and then he's, like, hunting them in the dark.
Yeah, so scary.
Pretty good episode.
Yeah,
Okay.
just want more Grievous.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. We'll move on to original trilogy now. So I'll start with this one too. I mean, first of all, it was really hard for me to think of something. We were saying before we started recording that, at least me and Spencer said, that it's hard to think of something just because, like, the original trilogy is so, like, tight, like, plot wise and cinematic wise, for the most part. So this is more of, like, a wish list for me, but, like, I wish we had gotten more of, like, Luke becoming a Jedi, like, more training and then more of him, like, learning about the Jedi.
Yeah.
And, like, I understand why we didn't get that. I mean, George Lucas was still, like, figuring out what the Jedi even were while he was, like, making those movies. But
Yeah.
just seeing him, like, like, seeing more of what he did with Yoda on Dagobah, and then, like, after that, like, we see it a lot in the comics, but a lot of that stuff would have been great to see in a movie. Just him maybe going back to the Jedi Temple, or, like, a Jedi Temple somewhere, and, like, looking at, like, archives and learning some of the history. And
Yeah.
That'd be so cool. Grabbing all the Jedi texts.
the text. Yeah. Like, we know he did all of that stuff, but like, we never saw it. And I just think that would have been a really cool way to connect back to what he ultimately became.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But just on the surface level, like, it doesn't, like, we know he probably didn't know a lot during the movies. So
Yeah. Yeah, he was a baby Jedi.
yeah, I mean, we know he knew quite a bit by Return of the Jedi.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
And then we see in the comics that he did do a lot of that, of, like, going to different Jedi sites and reading the texts and archives and
Sites
stuff.
as in locations or
Yeah, like,
websites?
websites. Yeah.
www.jedicouncil.org.
JediCouncil.com. .org. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. So
Join now.
join that.
Send in your application to be a Padawan.
So
Yeah, no, I agree with that one too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's been wanted for a long time, I think.
yeah, and I'm glad they finally started doing it in the comics. But
Yeah.
I mean, not very many people read comics.
That'd be another good, like, animated show. It's
Yeah.
like a Luke Jedi Academy show or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Or just, like, time before that. It's like
yeah.
the learning.
I mean, yeah, he did a lot of learning after too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's probably where the majority of his learning did come, was
Yeah.
like after Return of the Jedi. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's hard to learn about the Jedi while an empire exists that, you know, kills anyone that has ever had anything to do with the Jedi.
Yeah.
But after, he did a lot. So, what about yours?
Mine is, I also agree with you. I think there's not a lot to pull away that isn't just, like, ticky-tacky stuff. Like,
You wish the CGI was better.
yeah, but, like, you can't, that can't be a critique about a movie that came out in the 80s.
Right,
You
yeah,
know, like, this is going to be a hot take, but I kind of wish there was no Han and Leia love arc.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think it fits their characters. Like, I just don't think...
I think it does.
I don't think Han would have actually been interested in her at all. And I don't think she would have been interested in him at all either. Like, the very first movie, their whole interactions are, like, what make part of that trio, like, entertaining to watch. Is, like, their, like, hate banter and, like, her reluctantly even wanting to, like, be with the three of them, or the four of them if you count Chewie too. But, like... And I know, like, she warms up to them, and then, like, you know, they get rescued together and, like, all this stuff. But, like, I don't know. Knowing how just, like, not wanting to, like, be in that life that he was, I don't know.
In that life as in, like, the rebellion?
No, like, her being, like, a politician and, like, settling down and...
Oh, yeah.
Well,
okay.
yeah. I mean, we see how that turned out.
Yeah. And they...
So
yeah.
you're probably... I mean, yeah, he didn't like that life, but, like, I believe that they would have been interested in each other. I mean, I've seen people attracted to each other like that before, that, like, seem like they hate each other, but, like, it's always like a... Like, you're... Like, what she literally says, like, you're a scoundrel. But, like, some girls like that, you know?
Yeah.
The bad boy.
Yeah.
They're really into that. But then, like, he actually is, like, a good person, and, like,
yeah,
it's kind of a persona that he puts on.
Yeah.
And so that's why he warms up to her as well. But I think he also really likes that, like, she doesn't, like, I'm just gonna say it, she doesn't take shit. Like, she stands up to him. And and I think, like, that's really attractive to some guy. I mean, that's attractive to me. That, like, when a girl is like that. So,
yeah.
I could see it. I think it's one of those, like, interesting romantic dynamics that you don't see often. Yeah. But it's definitely believable to me.
Yeah.
But I see where you're going. It's just like...
Yeah, I don't think that... Let me rephrase how I worded this. I don't think that the writing of them falling in love is, like, not believable. Like, I don't think that, like, their characters couldn't have like, fallen in love the way they portrayed them and, like, everything. I just think that his character could have been written to not be interested in that, and that wouldn't have taken away really much from the film.
I was gonna say,
I mean, the romance in general.
You think the whole romance of the trilogy could be taken out? And just focus on the plot.
Yeah, because it wasn't like that instrumental
movie.
part of the plot that they, like, get together. It more of was like a convenient, like, added, like, seasoning to just like the writing of, like, oh, it'd be cool if these characters, you know, like, had this, like, love-hate relationship and they end up, like, falling in love and
a little
like,
more interesting.
Yeah.
And honestly believable to me.
Yes. It's not that it, like, is unbelievable.
It wasn't necessary.
Yeah. There are plenty of movies out there that people write characters that fall in love that you're like, they've known each other for 36 hours. What is this? Or, like, oh, they're just like...
It works.
Maybe like the next trilogy will be...
Well, that happens in movies, and you're like, this isn't believable. Like, no one would do this. Like,
well, you have, like...
I mean, like...
Anakin and...
Kylo and Rey.
Padme in episode 1, like... Move the age thing again, but, like...
Yeah, but they weren't in love.
No, but he's like, wow, you're an angel. Like,
but that's just a kid, like, saying that she's pretty.
Yeah, if you lived on a desert planet and you had, like, this
true.
gorgeous girl that just walked in the door, you'd be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that looked like she just showered while like, you probably haven't seen a person that has showered that recently in months.
But like there's this like thing in writing, and I can't remember what movie kind of like they talk about it, this concept of like shared trauma or like shared experience like accelerates relationship, and not even just like love relationship, but even just like bonding and friendship.
Oh yeah, like guys in war like become best friends.
Like I'm thinking in my mind like Band of Brothers, I think might be the film that like talks about this, of like they were in the trenches together, but they really only shared like 3 weeks together of like timeline, but they are like inseparable for life now because they shared this experience.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely a thing. And it often is written very poorly and just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And I think one of the best examples of that is The Rise of Skywalker with Kylo and Rey when they kiss at the end. It's like, wait.
Like you've only actually like seen each other for like 2 days.
Yeah, if that.
They've only had like 2 interactions at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like they were like very connected, but like it wasn't, I just didn't feel like that was right.
Yeah.
That felt very, very forced. So yeah, it does happen, but yeah. So I guess I disagree. But I get what you're saying. I mean, I definitely acknowledge that the romance between them is not necessary. But like it's not a romance movie, you know. So
it also isn't enough in the movie to be like a distraction.
Right.
It's not like I wish it wasn't there because it takes over like the story of. No, it's not that. I just think like his character just doesn't seem like he would really be interested in her. So
this also goes back to you needing to rewatch them.
I do. I actually was just thinking about that while we were talking. I was like, I think I might just do that soon.
Yeah, you probably should. Probably should have before we started this podcast.
Well, I mean, I think I watched them all 3 like back to back to back like 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago. Okay, what's yours? We got 9 of these to do.
No, just one more.
I know, but it's 9 total.
Well, yes. Okay, so I would want, it's kind of like 2 things, but together. I would want in the original trilogy to see Vader be more of a scary figure. Like a strong Sith, I guess you could say. And then to counter that point, I would want to see Luke be more a strong Jedi. And my way to do that would be to have Vader kind of like in Rogue One with his hallway scene, but something like that happen sooner in 4 or 5.
Doesn't that happen in the opening scene of 4?
No. The stormtroopers take them all out and he just walks in.
Yeah.
But he like force chokes somebody in that scene.
He does.
No,
but
he literally grabs them. Doesn't use the force.
Yeah.
Yeah, like with his hand.
But I would want like him to like.
So you don't even know that he has powers at that point. You just think it's really strong, which is interesting.
Which later he does force choke one of his officers.
Yeah, one of the officers, yeah.
I'd want like him to kill people.
Yeah.
And then set the tone of like, I'm not to be messed with type of thing.
Yeah.
And then for Luke to be more of a, thing for Vader to go find, I would want Luke to fight an Inquisitor. And then the Inquisitor escape because Luke wouldn't kill him. And then tell Vader, like, like, this is Luke Skywalker or whatever. Like, and then Vader's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I need to go
Would
find
that be
him.
in 5?
Probably.
Because he
Yeah,
hasn't even really, like, done any Jedi stuff in 4.
But I would want Vader to do something
In 4.
scary in 4.
Yeah.
Set the tone. 5, he's like, so you know more about him in 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then go find Luke.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, especially after the hallway scene in Rogue One,
Yeah.
to like how he is a little more timid by the time that opening scene in A New Hope.
Yeah.
Drastic.
Yeah, I wish there was a little bit more, like, pursuit and escape of... There is a little bit still, but, like, I wish there was more, because that is, like, what Vader was doing, was, like, pursuing Jedi, killing them, and they would escape, and then he would pursue it. Like, that was his job, is just to eliminate Jedi. And I wish there was a little bit more of that in these 3, to your point.
Just with him and
Yeah,
Luke.
to make him feel more of this, like, constantly on your heels presence, like, terrifying, like, he is coming to get you.
That would be cool.
It'd also be cool if, like, in episode 4, the opening shot, instead of what we got, was, like, Vader killing a Jedi.
Yeah.
And then finding out something about, like, where the plans were, which would, throw Rogue One out of the way. But, like, back then.
Yeah.
So then, because in the opening crawl, I'm pretty sure it says something about, like, the Jedi have been, like, purged or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, like, you could just add something like Vader is still chasing down, like, the remaining Jedi Knights.
Yeah.
And then the first scene could just be, like, him fighting one. And, like, it's at the very end of the fight where you just see him, like, kill him somehow.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool.
Then you can see, like, right off the bat how powerful he is. And then the chase begins for the plans.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd add both of those to that.
Yeah. But it goes into your point of, like, making him just a little bit more terrifying from the get-go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, I would say even in 4, like, Leia's not scared of him when they interact.
Yeah,
Not
she
that she would
she
know,
probably
but-
knows that they can't kill her because she knows where the plans are.
I mean, yeah, she kind of indirectly says that she's, like, a diplomat.
But, like, if you're standing in the room with Darth Vader, I'd probably be pooping my pants.
Well,
Well,
not everyone,
every other interaction outside of the original trilogy that he is ever involved in is that way.
Yeah.
Even his own people are terrified when he walks in the room.
in the original trilogy, it is that way.
Yeah, I'd say that too. Like, his own people are scared of him. But in that specific scene with Leia, she's not.
One of the
Which, that might be just her character too, but...
the scene where there's 2 scenes that come to mind just with that, is when in episode 5, when we see the back of his head when he's, like, getting the helmet, like, on his, like, meditation chamber, and the officer, like, walks in and, like, sees it, and he's like, oh no, I was not supposed to see this. And he, like, straightens up his jacket and he's like, oh no. And then, like, it was fine. And then the other scene I was thinking of is I think it's in Return of the Jedi, or maybe not, but after Vader kills, like, force chokes one of the officers for, like, failing him, later in the movie, an officer fails him. Like, the next one, like, fails him, and he's just, like, expecting to die. And then Vader doesn't kill him. He's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's funny.
yeah. So they're definitely terrified of him.
Yeah.
But as the audience watching the movie, I would want to have a reason knowing why they're scared of him.
Yeah.
that we saw.
Yeah.
Because at that time, you didn't have the prequels.
Yeah.
You know, he killed all the Jedi.
Yeah. Again, writing something that you're hoping the audience assumes, but got to give them a reason.
Yeah.
But, like,
well,
that's a good reason. Like, you are in...
They have Obi-Wan explain that to him.
Yeah.
To Luke later in the movie. That Vader killed all the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Just didn't know that it was Anakin.
Yeah.
'Cause it wasn't Anakin at that time.
Yeah.
But
something that The Force Awakens does really well
is that
is that opening scene of Kylo.
That's exactly the kind of scene I was thinking in my mind.
Yeah, they do that really well of making him look like scary, this like pursuit, like you know, hungry, angry power.
Yeah.
And
They like slaughter the village.
yeah, and like you get like the force of like the bullet.
Yep. That's probably my favorite opening scene after the Battle of Coruscant.
Yeah.
Like it's the second
I
one.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
And it just visually looks good.
Well, yeah. All those movies do. But
And then it was downhill from there.
it goes downhill from the halfway point.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Sequels.
What did I put? So this might be a little generic, but I know that it's something that everyone wants, and it's just we know there wasn't a plan for the plot, and so I'm just going to use this as mine and just say, like, I wish that they had a plan for all three movies and they knew exactly, like, who Rey was, like, from start to finish, and knew exactly.
I just can't imagine that like people were sitting in a room writing these up and didn't have a plan of like the next two. Like you don't.
Yeah.
Like they knew they were doing 3.
Yeah.
I can't imagine anyone in the room approving. Yeah, this is good. We don't need anything for the next 2.
I don't
writing.
think. Yeah, I mean, people have come out that were like in those meetings and said that like no one was on board for this, but it was really coming down from Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney. Like, he's the one that ordered the 3 movies. He's like, we need to make back this money as fast as possible, get started, and like the less meetings possible to make this work, the better. So they were like, okay, J.J. Abrams, get started, and then we'll figure out the next one after that.
Yeah.
Which would have made sense if he did all 3. He would have probably made them seamlessly work together in some fashion. But the fact that they had different writers
Well, he
and
was,
directors.
wasn't. Yeah, I mean, he's the director. I don't think he might have contributed to writing a little bit, but
Bet he did.
they needed someone in charge of the whole thing.
Yes.
And that's not usually a director's job, like for the writing part. That's usually like a producer thing. So, yeah, it comes down to Kathleen Kennedy for that. But yeah, I just wish, like, there's so many good elements through it
Yeah.
that just kind of some of them like missed the mark, and then there's a lot of like extra stuff, and then just the overall of just feeling like what.
Yeah.
Especially Rise of Skywalker, like with Palpatine coming back. Like, Snoke was such a like compelling, mysterious character that they could have just maybe revealed that he had some connection to Palpatine in some way. I didn't want him to be Plagueis, but I know that's what a lot of people wanted.
No, that would That would have been crazy.
Yeah, I would rather
Too crazy.
have, because the whole point of Palpatine is like he killed Plagueis to become the Dark Lord, and I wouldn't want him to be like, oh, he's the one that's back, not Palpatine.
Yeah. Just introduce a whole new villain. That's all you gotta do.
It was
Just keep Snoke.
keep Snoke as Snoke and like reveal his backstory. Like maybe he was like an old apprentice of like Plagueis or Palpatine or something that like
Got dished off.
or like maybe he was like raised by some kind of like Sith cult or something like that. Like there's so many ways that they could have just like made it unique and good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so maybe that's kind of a cop-out answer, but I wanted to address it because I knew that people would probably want us to address it anyways. So
Yeah. Yeah. I had like a expansion upon that for mine. Like mine was ultimately like changing that Palpatine doesn't return.
Yeah.
But mine was the entire plot is instead of having this like weird Rey Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, Ben Skywalker, like this like weird triad, and none of them know who they are or what they're doing aside from Luke. Instead, the movies are Luke is training young Jedi, and Rey and Ben are two of them in his academy. And so you are kind of like moving the movie up a few years, and like we see slightly that of like Kylo Ren becoming Kylo Ren in like the flashback, but like that should just be the movie, is like
That time period.
yes, that time period. And that could be the very first movie, is like there's like this conflict, they like split off, he like leaves, becomes Kylo Ren, and then 2 and 3 are he's now like this new villain, and Luke and Rey have to like, Rey doesn't know that she's related to Luke, and like that's a whole part of the plot line, is like she discovers that.
So
and,
you
like,
have her be related to Luke.
I think that would be cool if they all like, that's part of like why he leaves, because like Luke was lying that both of them were related to him, and like neither of them knew that. Like,
But like, how is she related to Luke?
I don't know. You'd have to write something like that. Like
he got busy sometime.
No, not necessarily child related. Like it could be
Like a cousin of.
Yeah, like Luke is Ben's uncle.
Yes.
Like it could be that type of relationship. Like Kylo didn't know that he had a sister.
Okay. I mean, that would be really interesting. So like,
yeah, I don't think Luke is her father.
Okay. So like in Legends, the first kids that Han and Leia have are twins.
Okay.
Jason and Jaina.
And it's so easy. Just that be
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah. So that would be, I mean, they knew that they were always together, but like it'd be a really interesting thing if they were twins and then like one of them got split off somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, because like that would be such a great plot, is like, okay, they have twins and now they actually are able to like live not a hidden life, and they can be raised like in the Jedi Academy that Luke is starting, their uncle.
Yeah.
And they're both Force sensitive. They both can become Jedis, but then Jedi. But then Ben decides not to do that, or like wants free will, or like doesn't want it forced upon him, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then ultimately falls to the dark side.
Yeah, or finds out that Darth Vader was his grandfather.
Yeah.
And that was hidden to them for the longest time. And
Yeah.
I
think that's more likely.
Yeah.
And would more line up with
yeah,
like what
she's
we got.
like, okay, like we have a chance to turn the leaf. And he's like,
No, we continue his prophecy.
you lied to me.
Yeah. I also like wouldn't want his like main like sin to be like killing all of the students like he does.
You wouldn't want that?
No. I just think that's like way over the top of a reaction to what happened.
Yeah. Well, not in the point of finding all of, or not finding out, not in the point of what they portray in the film. I think if that was in, so like say all this happens in like movie 1, then maybe in movie 3, part of that is he has like come back and like kills all the students.
After he's like
trained
with Snoke or
almost does
something.
like a Anakin
like an Order 66 thing.
2.0 of like, this is what my grandfather did.
I still wouldn't want that though, because
But he'd have more of a reason to do that.
or maybe he does it, he tries
and is
then,
unsuccessful.
Yes.
And that's how he dies.
yeah.
Is like he just gets overrun and Rey, his own sister, has to kill him.
But you make that in the third?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe the second.
2. Okay. So one is him finding out the news and separating from all of that and leaving. Okay. 2 is him basically training and becoming obsessed with Darth Vader and almost turning into Kylo Ren.
Is the master though?
Is Snoke still involved?
Yeah, I think he like goes and finds Snoke.
Or Snoke finds him.
Or Snoke finds him, yes. And then 3 is he comes back and tries to do his own version of Order 66 and maybe gets like half successful, but then his own sister is the one that has to kill him.
And then Luke has to go kill Snoke. It's episode 3.
I could see.
Or maybe Snoke lives, I don't know.
Episode 4.
You just basically described episode 3.
Yeah, kind of. But that would be like a cool parallel.
Yeah,
and you could change it up so like maybe Snoke could still die in the second movie. So like he's like the big bad of the second movie, while we see like Kylo Ren training with him, but then like Luke catches up with Snoke somehow.
Yeah,
because there's all like another plot.
Yeah,
and then now the third movie, like Kylo Ren is like the big bad.
Yeah, it's like an added piece to his hate. Is you also just killed my master.
Yeah.
Sith master.
That'd be cool.
Hire us, Disney. Remake.
I've said that
Remake
before,
them.
Why don't they just hire us?
Yeah. We say that about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that all of that sounds really good. I forget what your original thing was though.
To the main plot line is that like Luke is leading a like mini Jedi Academy.
Oh yeah. Instead of that being a flashback, that should be the plot.
The movie, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Having that as a flashback and seeing that they already had all died was just, I think everyone in the whole world was disappointed.
Yeah.
Even if you like the movie, I think.
Yeah.
Like I know one of the guys that was on the old Collider YouTube channel that loves The Last Jedi. Loves it. But even that, like Luke Skywalker is his favorite character.
Yeah.
And that he was very, very disappointed about.
Yeah.
That we didn't get to see anything about the Academy other than that. They all just died.
Yeah.
Like what? Because it was such a huge part of the books.
Yeah.
Like the Legends books.
Yeah. Well, it's such
Luke's
a huge
Jedi
part
Academy.
of Luke's character.
Yeah.
Is like the bulk of his life is spent
Rebuilding the Jedi.
rebuilding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that this entire film or the entire trilogy of these 3 films is him being this like hermit. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it because like when we've talked about this before, where like we're at a point in the timeline where like he's old, like he's an old man. He's like the same age as like Ben Kenobi was.
Yeah.
So he's got what, 40 years, 30 years, something like that.
Well,
where
Ben
he
Kenobi
was.
is portrayed as super old, even
Yes.
though he's only like
He's not
45. in the-
Yeah, those Tatooine suns really age you. But I mean, like 30 years of him doing all of the Jedi Academy stuff that we know that he did, and then like the point of like where everyone died was a lot later, like closer to when the movie occurred. So at least knowing that is like a little bit better. It's not like he was a hermit for 30 years,
right?
After Return of the Jedi, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think he was in hiding for all that long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think everyone agrees that we wish that we would have seen him at his peak.
Because how old was Mark Hamill when these movies were made? Like, is he
60 something?
like, I know they portray him as like, oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
I don't know how old he is right now.
Okay, never mind then. I was thinking he was like,
He's 74 now. And that was 10 years ago.
What?
Yeah.
He's 74?
So he would have been 64 when they made Force Awakens.
Okay, never mind then. You would have had to have a different actor.
Exactly. Like, and I think that's what a lot of people just wish would have happened, is they should have just recast or just like not continued the story.
Stan.
Yeah.
Sebastian Stan looks just like him.
Yes.
Yeah. And now he, I mean,
Shaggy.
let's see how old he is. Yeah, I still have Shaggy up here. He's at a good age for like that era
Yeah.
of Luke.
Stan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was like 36 at Infinity War. Is that right?
He's
maybe?
43 now.
Got like some
Okay, yeah.
salt and pepper hair.
Yeah, so like that would be a pretty good. I mean, they could age him down a little bit
Yeah.
for like the beginnings of like the academy, but yeah, like that would be so good. Like like his mannerisms and his voice and his face sounds just like Mark Hamill.
And he's a like good enough actor to where he could probably mimic
Oh, he's great.
Mark.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's really
as
good.
Luke.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want him to necessarily go that far,
No, but he could like
but
maybe not like identically, but like he could do it.
it would be believable.
Mm-hmm.
Like put him in that black outfit and like
Wasn't there like, I'm pretty sure there were some fan created depictions of that.
there was I don't think I've seen that, but his like Cloud City outfit,
Yeah.
His Cloud City outfit.
Like tan and maybe it's cream. I don't know. Yeah.
That's wild.
Right?
Their faces.
so like this is Sebastian.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Their lips and chin.
Yeah, that one right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Have to be related.
Yeah, it's super weird. And like you wouldn't have to like get his hair the same necessarily, because like it'd be a new era of Luke.
Yeah,
you know?
he'd be
like,
older. Like he would probably
Yeah,
have like
just
a
have, like,
comb over or
yeah,
something.
slightly
like,
different hair of some kind.
Yeah.
Or do like the long hair look. I mean, he had long hair in The Force Awakens, which I thought looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ah,
Like
Disney. The butt chin.
Yes, it's right there.
The butt chin's there. Yeah, it's freaking weird.
They have to be like distantly related somehow.
People have asked Mark Hamill about. They've asked both of them, and I just think they they acknowledge it and think it's really funny too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, ready for mine?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mine kind of just piggybacks off of what you said. But I'd have Snoke become the big bad instead of Palpatine. Well, no, he'd be the big bad in 7. I mean 8. Sorry. So I'd have him actually be a villain who knows how to fight, and then Kylo and Rey have to work together to defeat him in this like giant maze that he's constructed. And they have to use their Force dyad to like go through it and defeat him.
Interesting.
And then at the end, like actually fight him.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would have, that'd be like a training type of thing of like using that dyad. And by the time they have to fight Palpatine in 9, they already know how to use it. And then like Palpatine basically trained them to kill him.
So you can see them like struggling to use it through the maze, but then like finally figure it out instead of just like randomly figuring it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. But like the same thing with Snoke would be like he's being controlled by Palpatine type of thing. So
Okay.
like I would want Snoke to be like
More of a threat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Same with Palpatine in 9. Like he didn't seem like a big threat.
Mm-hmm. He's a corpse hooked up to an extension cord.
I don't know. I think he was a pretty big threat with maybe not him himself.
Yeah, his body itself was not a threat, but like the movement of
his
him.
Force lightning looked more powerful than it ever had.
Yeah.
I mean, he like lightninged the whole fleet of ships above him. So
Yeah.
I think he was definitely still a threat. But yeah, it wasn't until that very last scene that we saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think they could have made that dyad way cooler and
Oh yeah, I mean
Like-
they didn't explain it until
use it.
late in the trilogy, or maybe it wasn't even until the last movie.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw them experiencing it in 8, but they didn't explain what it was. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, that's really good stuff. I put stuff we change about the shows, but we don't have time for that. So we'll move on, because that's a lot of shows to go through.
Yeah.
We can do that another time. I just want to go through some of these stupid Reddit questions real quick, because they're really stupid. Well, some of them are really stupid. Some of them are like just kind of like, okay. So I'll read them and then we'll like either give like real answers or like we'll just kind of talk through them. So the first one is really, really weird. Was Jango intending to use Boba for organ harvesting?
What?
Like for himself?
I guess.
It's interesting, but
Like, it was clear that he wanted a son. Like, they literally said that in the movie.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what this person was thinking. Like, it makes sense to have, like, a clone or two alive if you were, like, thought you needed that. But I also feel like they could just, if he ever needed an organ.
They literally have 10 billion of himself and could easily
and they could probably
give him
just
an
clone
organ.
the organ itself, not an entire human being.
Yeah. Also, can you imagine having a son that is yourself?
It would be really
Like,
weird.
you know what you looked like growing up, and that would be what your son is.
Yeah.
An identical copy of you.
Yeah.
You're raising yourself. That's kind of creepy.
I mean, it's already weird
Yeah.
with a kid.
Yeah.
That concept. So adding that on top of it, yeah, that would be really freaking weird.
Yeah.
Especially if they, like, I don't know, would it be weirder if they, like, didn't turn out like you, like, personality-wise? Or would it be weirder if they did? Because you're raising him.
Mm-hmm. And it wouldn't have gotten the same...
It's not being raised by mom and dad.
Right. It's not getting the same upbringing that you had when you grew up.
Right.
So they would be slightly different.
I think they'd be vastly different.
But I feel like you'd still have your same mannerisms.
Yeah, some of that
Maybe.
is like nature. Like some of that, it's going to happen naturally. But
So all the clones have the same mannerisms.
I mean, they kind of do.
They kind of do. But, like, they're being raised by themselves
Yeah, they really are.
in the Jedi.
Mm-hmm. Weird concept.
Yeah, that's weird.
cool.
But the concept of organ harvesting is, like, if he needed to do that, like, I'm sure they even have, like, an entire, like, department dedicated to that,
Yeah.
especially during wartime.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to need lots of organs for these people that are in battle every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one was just weird. Would Luke and Leia have gotten together if Han didn't like Leia?
Do people get together if one person doesn't want to be with the other person?
Do you get together with your sister if... That's the weird part. Because they're siblings. That's... Like, I feel like this person just didn't remember that.
People are so weird.
Yeah, unless that's like part of the weirdness and they're like wanting that to be like a part of the plot line is like this.
Like, this person's, like, really into that.
That or like maybe in this like world that's like not as uncommon. I don't know. Like,
No.
I don't know.
I feel like they just forgot, or they are, like, asking, like, since they didn't find out until later, that maybe, like, they would have gone even farther than they did.
Yeah. Like would have gotten together and then found out their siblings.
Yeah.
I
Like,
see.
would have
Okay.
gotten worse before it got better.
Yeah.
What have I
So it works on two levels, like,
Yeah.
and I can't remember, like, maybe when they posted this, like, they had an explanation, but I just didn't include it, but I don't remember. Why didn't Qui-Gon let Panaka's men handle arresting Darth Maul? You would imagine?
They would have got slaughtered.
Yeah, beheaded instantly.
Yeah.
Like, it's very clear that they would have sensed that this dude is, like, full dark side rage
Yeah.
and strong in the Force. Like,
Yeah.
and then he pulls out a double-bladed lightsaber. Like, oh, you guys got this. Like, what kind of question is that? Was Owen Lars the brother of Obi-Wan? Now, this is interesting because before the prequels, this was actually true.
Really?
What?
They mentioned it in a reference book back in the, like, 70s. So it was true even before, like, episode 5 and 6 came out.
And that's why he dropped Luke off with him.
Yeah.
Because it was somebody he knew and was related to.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, like, Luke wasn't originally blood related to them, but just called them uncle and aunt.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't think that came from, like, George Lucas. I think it was just something that, like, the reference books made up. And I think there's other things that go into it as well. But yeah, because when I saw that question, I, like, looked into it because I remember hearing about that a long time ago, that, like, it was always a theory.
Yeah.
And then, like, obviously it makes no sense once you watch the prequels. But I think some of the comments even were like, yeah, they are brothers. And so then that means that Anakin and Obi-Wan are related.
No.
They're like, no.
They're not. He was adopted by them. Like, he wasn't birthed by them.
Well, Anakin's from Shmi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Owen, he could still be
It's by
related, but like
it's by marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're not. No one's blood related, anyways.
Yeah. You were my brother.
You're my second cousin, twice removed.
it just doesn't roll off the tongue.
No. Why didn't the clones shoot Anakin during Order 66? And like, I get where they're coming from. Like, if it's a chip in their head and they're supposed to go up against Jedi, and it's probably a kid that's asking this, you know, like if he's a Jedi, and maybe they're thinking like, oh, he has a blue lightsaber. Like maybe they're supposed to be targeting people with lightsabers, but obviously, like if it's a chip, they're just programmed to not shoot Anakin. Like,
I did always wonder, like, why didn't Palpatine award Anakin in that moment that he like dons him as Darth Vader? Why didn't he award him then and there with a red lightsaber?
I mean,
nowadays we know why.
Yeah, nowadays the process of getting a red lightsaber is like a Sith tradition where you like kill a Jedi, take his crystal, and then bleed it.
Yeah, he did that. He kills a Jedi.
Well, yeah, but like that wasn't canon when the movies came out.
It was just different colors.
Yeah, they were just, I mean, it goes back to one of George Lucas's biggest flaws is not caring in the slightest about details. Or like keeping things consistent.
Yeah. But if like the whole bleeding part doesn't exist when he's writing this, why didn't he write in just like, here's your new lightsaber?
Yeah.
Well, I think he like thought about it. Like in the concept arts, he does have a red lightsaber on Mustafar.
Yeah, he does.
But he liked it better to be like blue and blue together.
Yeah, I think he wanted to make it clear that it's like still Anakin at that moment. I think he even does say that in the behind the scenes stuff.
And I like it better, I think.
Yeah, I do too. It shows that he's
still good in there.
Yeah, there's still a chance.
Or it would have been cool if like slowly over the course of that fight, it just like turns red by the end.
Yeah, I think if it was made today, I mean, after we see that happen in the Acolyte,
yeah,
like I feel like that would have happened.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been cool.
Like seeing him get like more and more like enraged, and then just see it completely turn. That would have been really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. Speaking of that, though, would Anakin have beaten Obi-Wan on Mustafar if he had a red lightsaber?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I do think this, though. If Obi-Wan did not get the high ground, I don't think he wins.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I just think I just think Anakin is a better fighter, was more powerful.
He's just arrogant.
Like, I mean, he just wanted to kill him.
I think if you remove the part of like, because that scene is a mental game right there.
Yes.
Of like,
yeah.
So like,
Right.
if you remove that piece, yeah, I think he wins.
Yeah, like if they're on level ground together and not high wiring it around lava, like if they're both on like, I think Obi-Wan does not win.
It's like, how many times has Anakin like won a duel in like a training room at the Jedi Temple against Obi-Wan? Probably a lot.
No. I don't know if we could even ever know that.
Do you want the number?
Yeah.
7 times.
Call up the
Pull up the
archives.
tapes.
I mean, he killed the Battle Master with one hand at the Jedi Temple, Order 66.
I mean, Obi-Wan says it multiple times, like, you are a better fighter than I ever was, or you are a more powerful Jedi than I ever am, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I just...
And he's younger.
Yeah.
More
And
fit. Yeah.
he was at his peak at that point. Yeah. I could see that. But
No, he wouldn't win just because he has a red lightsaber.
no, that's the bottom line.
But
it's not like a cheat code. Like gives you plus 10 strength and dexterity and
But if he had, in today's knowing of how you get a red lightsaber, if he had bled the crystal, which gives you like more access to dark side powers, I think he might win.
Yeah,
No,
maybe.
Or would
now-
that make him more arrogant?
because now you're literally saying yes to the question.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, I don't think that's how it works. I don't think the act of it like suddenly gives you more power and makes you more powerful.
It wouldn't open the channel to like, now I can use lightning and blah blah.
No.
Okay.
I don't think it's like a video game.
Dang it.
I know so many people really think of Star Wars in video games terms just because there's been so many video games.
Yeah.
But in video games that like create the lore, but I just don't think that's how it works.
Yeah.
I think it's more of like a dedication to the dark side when you do it, rather than like a now I've unlocked all of these powers kind of thing.
Well, I guess you would say that you have to dedicate yourself to the dark side to bleed the crystal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So if he had done all that work for that, and having the red lightsaber at that battle,
I still
he would be a more powerful fighter.
I mean, okay,
Possibly.
I guess I see what you're saying. I don't know.
But no, just because it's red, no.
No, not just because of the color.
Yeah.
And I just don't think he would have bled a crystal before that battle because I do think he was still like heavily in conflict. I mean, he talks to Padme like himself for like a couple minutes before that fight. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's convinced that the Jedi are the enemy. And so he's thinking, like, it doesn't matter if I have a red or blue lightsaber, like, I'm the only Jedi now.
Right.
Because I don't think he really, like, thinks of himself as a Sith quite yet in that moment.
I agree.
I think he probably knew or probably thought that there was still a way, like there's still a possibility that he could have like come back from all of this.
Yeah.
After he like saved Padme.
Yeah.
But after Padme died, that's when he just really like dove all the way in.
But at that point, he was already Vader when he found out.
Well, he was Vader when
When he killed
Mace
Mace.
I mean,
Windu.
like, he's in the suit, like, he's locked in at that point.
Well, yeah. But I think he didn't actually lock in until he heard that Padme was dead.
Yeah.
Because that was
That's what I'm
the
saying.
entire reason. Yeah.
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 Which is, yeah, same scene, but yeah. Okay. How much time do we have?
-8 minutes.
Oh,
It's 10 something.
I thought you said you had to leave at 10:30.
I used to be home by 10:30.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just go through this news real quick. It's really quick. There's just more KOTOR remake leaks from when Aspire was making it, so this isn't even in like the current build. But it's just kind of cool seeing like this looks really good.
It does look really good.
The vibro swords look cool.
Wow.
Some of the guns. So apparently a lot of this is just from like the very beginning of the game, from the Endar Spire scene. So like they really didn't make it very far. But here's a kind of interesting seeing like things that they like test with.
Yeah, like the raw trial stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. So, I don't know if like they ended up keeping all of that when they passed it over to the Saber Interactive team, but who knows? We still don't know like hardly anything about it. So, all right. Well, we were gonna play a game, but we ran out of time. That took a lot longer than I thought.
Good discussion, though.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we will... No, we haven't discussed when we're going to be meeting again, but hopefully sooner rather than later. So yeah, we will see you next time. You are listening to Galaxy Bound Podcast. We do monthly episodes talking about all things Star Wars. We'd greatly appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe or follow us on whatever platform you are watching or listening from. It helps us grow and reach more people. You can follow us on social media on basically every platform out there at Galaxy Bound TV, or check us out at our website at galaxybound.tv for links to them all. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Zoinks!
Like Scoob. He's coming.